how far women rights respected in Pakistan?
Okay, so when we talk about women's right and how are they practiced, I think it is a very, very complicated situation in the country. I'm not saying that it is not happening. It is happening. I'm very happy that there is this awareness of women's right that is spreading. But again, we see, as we talked about, PM's statement, that we see people who are actually coming from a very educated background, and kind of we assume that they are well informed, and we assume that they are very progressive. If they are coming with such statements, you can imagine yourself how difficult it is for us to actually take our voice to the masses, those who are actually not very informed, those who do not have exposure, those who do not even understand the dynamics, those who do not understand that what is the actual reason. So they are actually looking up to somebody who is in charge of your country, and has quite a good education and awareness. And I would not say that he has awareness. I think he has quite an exposure, and his life also, I think, is such that he doesn't look nice to actually present such problematic ideas. Where we see the lack of practice in preaching. You're practicing something else and then you're preaching something else. I think preaching is a complete different story. You need to model behavior to actually be preaching it. Yeah.
Okay. So what need to change?
Okay. So I think when you put the blame on the victim, so the blaming and shaming is for the victim, right? Then what happens? The victim is actually seen as a problem, right? And what happens to the criminal or the abuser? He is quite, he's let loose in the society. He's emancipated from the responsibility of the crime, and he's not. So he also, kind of assumes that, I don't have any responsibility. The way it is said that, a man is kind of provoked through visuals, and there are many people who are spreading these videos, by many Englishmen also talking about it, that okay, there is a science behind it, that men are actually provoked by visuals. So when you talk about it, even I think this example is also self-explanatory, that if a man is provoked by visuals. So I think when you're giving a reference of religion, and when you talk about that women should be covered according to the religion, then the same religion is talking about a man, that he needs to lower his gaze. So I think it tells that when the problem is with the vision, then you need to lower the gaze. The problem will be automatically reduced if you do that, if you follow. So what I feel, that why do we use religion to actually pinpoint one gender, and then when we talk about practicing also it, or different fragments of it, so why do you put all the pressure on one gender? Religion is a choice, right? And how much I'm not saying that you should not practice modesty. Modesty is for both men and women, and when you practice religion or any other thing, then maybe there are people who would practice one part, or 10 parts or 100 parts. Nobody is able to practice it 100% correctly. So this is quite hypocritical of a person to say that okay, because you don't follow a certain part, that makes you a part of the problem, because a woman is not dressed according to you, the way it is said in religion, then you think that okay, she's spreading the problem. No, maybe she's practicing the other parts of the religion that you are not practicing, right? So I think that the solution to it, there is I think a very, very vast range of solutions that can be presented by the authorities if they stop blaming the victims and shaming the victims. Because what happens when you blame the victim, then all the focus is on the victim. We remember the incident that happened on the motorway also. All the negative focus was on the victim. Everybody was talking about her. Where was she going? Why was she going? Where was her husband? Who did she call? call, right? Nobody talked about the criminal, the abuser. So see what is happening to the abuser. He's thinking, okay, it's so easy to do that, and the blame is also not on me. I'm not highlighted, and then there is no strict punishment. So if we change the focus and bring the focus where it is needed, I think the problem will be solved. And then I also see that in any society, when we see genders or we present genders as sexual objects, then the problem arises. If you stop seeing men and women just through a lens of a male gender and female gender, and if you see them as human beings, and then talk to them and respond to them from that capacity or from that space, that okay, I'm also human, you're also human, then I think this problem of sexualizing everything about men and women would become less, and that would definitely bring about some change. And there are always contributing factors to any crime, but we can't just say there's one thing, or wo bhi, that also we're putting the blame only on the victim. I mean, only word should not be used. The victim is blameless in this situation.